Hello everybody, Ian, Starship Adventures. Today, just a little video to talk about some new equipment that we've purchased and that we're testing out. There is a real need lately for portable power. Everybody's wanting portable power. And I hear a lot about these deep cycle this and bioenno that. And I just want to show you guys some inexpensive options to get you guys power in the field. We've started to test these. Now, I will tell you some of these I have not actually even tested in the field yet. Or even stress tested or bench tested them. So I'm showing you some stuff that we're testing today. I'm not endorsing products or anything like that. I just want to make that really clear, because what I'm going to do is just demonstrate what we're doing, tell you about kind of how we're doing it, and then I'm going to show you some of these products that we've bought and that we are testing. Some have been bench tested and field tested, and I'm going to talk about those as well. Today we're going to talk about portable power. It comes in many different shapes and sizes. Many of you have seen this one. It looks like your cell phone, and it has this one. I think is I believe this is about 1200. I'm sorry, 2 or 3 amp hours. It's not very much, 5 amp hours. It doesn't last all that long, but it's good enough to charge your cell phone 3 or 4 times or provide continuous power to another device that's running. This one right here, you could literally take the clip off the back and Velcro this on the back, hook the little wire to the USB-C and down to the bottom of the battery, and this radio would now last a lot longer than it does without it. So there's a lot of things you can do where you can use continuous power into your devices to keep them on longer, or to charge them in the field while you're using them, or to charge them while you're camping or whatever else you're doing out there. So this one, I bought this a while back and I started playing around with it, and it provides a lot of power. I can hook an LED spotlight up to it and it'll run it for an hour or two, and it does pretty good. So I like it, and it's a handy thing to have when you're camping or in a hurricane or something like that. But in hurricanes, we've started to deploy cameras out in the field, and we're wanting to begin to bring surge data and live cameras back to the internet for the use of both media, meteorology, and the general use of the public. And we've been working on this project for a while. As you guys know, there's very few tidal meters that actually give real-time tide measurements. There's 2 or 3 per county down here. There should be hundreds of them down here, and they're just not available anymore. So we've started this program where we're building camera boxes that we're going to put out in the field. And I'm not going to get too specific about all that in this video, but that has caused us to start testing these batteries. And I think what we found here is pretty significant. This battery we purchased at Walmart the day before the storm. This battery is a it's actually made by it says God, now I can't read it now that I'm recording. General Hunting Equipment is who distributes it. General Hunting Equipment. Got it at Walmart. It was I think it was under $100. This provides I believe it's 6,000 or 60 amp hours. This provides 60 amp hours. So this one is about like 12 or 15 of these or 10 of these, I don't know. So it's much bigger. Now, this one, we charged it up before the storm, and then we went out and we put it in a box up on a telephone pole, this actual battery, and we turned it on and we let it run with the camera on it, and it ran for 3 days and 3 nights continuously until it finally went out. And it ran, get this, the internet box, an N radio, basically a cellular radio, okay? And it ran the pan tilt zoom camera that we had on there with the infrared lighting. Sometimes we were using the white lighting, and it ran continuously for 3 days and 3 nights on this one battery. So we're talking about a lot of power. 60 amp hours provided enough power to run an internet Wi-Fi camera and the box necessary to take that signal and send it over the internet back to us. And we broadcast it live, and our TV stations here were carrying our image live on the internet or on their live TV broadcasts. So that's pretty cool. We're building a bunch of these. It's going to be great. So this caused me to start looking and seeing what else there is out there, because these batteries, some of these bioenno batteries and some of this stuff, they're either really big, like with the deep cycle, or the bioenno is really expensive. And so I was looking for some alternatives for these camera systems that didn't quite get into the $200 and $300 range. I'm trying to stay under $100. So I went on the internet onto Amazon and I started looking, and I looked and I looked and I looked, and I found something that I think is really cool. Now, it's not available in our country yet. When you order it on Amazon, it's got a 4 week or 5 week delivery time, and it did take a a little over 4 weeks to get here. But it was delivered as promised, and it appears to be an amazing unit. Look at this thing. This was $80. It's 100 amp hours. It's almost double what this one is. This one should run a camera and an internet connection for 5 days and 5 nights with some left to spare. This one, which is really cool, this one is, I'm not even sure who makes this. I'm going to put a link to it. Compulon, it says. Compulon, I don't know. It's a Chinese manufacturer. But what's really cool about this is it has a lot of different power sources, ways to charge. You can charge it with a 12-volt barrel. See these 12-volt barrel, the old barrel connectors? This is nice because you can use these for some of your smaller QRP radios. You can use these for cameras. You can use these for anything that uses 12 volts in a barrel connector. Then over here, you got four USB, regular standard four USB connectors. One of them is the high amperage, the orange. You can see that there. And then over here, you've got two more USB-C connectors here. These are both charging and power. So that's really cool that this thing switches and it allows you to put input and output there. And over here on these barrels, there's one that's input and one that's output. So you can charge it with a 12-volt adapter, or you can use it as a 12-volt adapter to power your cameras or a radio or whatever you want to power. So this is really cool. This is not a paid endorsement. I don't know these people. I haven't bench tested this thing yet. It could be a complete piece of shit. I don't know. But I'm going to let you guys know. That's the whole point of doing this stuff, is let you know where I'm at and what we're working on. This seems to be a really cool device. It does do a lot of things, and I don't even know how to make it do all the things, but it does have a pretty bright light on it, like a utility type light. I'm surprised if you hold it longer, it doesn't start blinking and make a siren sound. That seems to be the big thing now, just in case you're lost on an island with a volleyball or something. Anyway, this one here is the actual power that turns it on and off. And it does have a nice display here that does tell you the percent of charge. It came with an 82% charge, and I left it on overnight, and I'm up to about a 95% charge. I'm trying to get it up to 100. Looks like if you charge it with USB-C, it's going to take a long time to charge. But I bet if I charged it with the 12-volt barrels, it would probably charge a lot faster. All right, so some quick stuff on this. It was $80 from Amazon, 80, and it did take them about 4.5 weeks to get delivery to me. It is 100 amp hours or 100,000 milliamps, however you like. Some people like all the zeros. It's 100,000 milliamps. All right, and it does rapid charging at 22.5 watts. It's a 20-watt portable USB-C battery pack. And it has 7 outputs, an LCD display, and it works on all of your regular phone chargers, pretty much anything that takes standard USB or standard 12-volt barrel type power. It comes in both green and it comes in the gray. And I guess the green is because a lot of these are being used by hunters. So a lot of this stuff is, look at this one. I mean, it's digital camo, and they couldn't decide where you were going to be hunting. So it's desert and green camo mixed. I think that was pretty cool, just in case. You never know where you're going to be. But this is a really cool device, And I just wanted to tell you guys about it because I think it's important to show you guys the research that we're doing here. But Joseph and I are working on testing these. This one has been tested, and it's 60 milliamps. It's 60 amp hours. I'm sorry, 60 amp hours. This one ran a camera and an internet radio for 3 days and 3 nights. That's an amazing test. This one should run it for 5 days and 5 nights with some left over, and that's really, really cool. All right, so if you have any questions on this, put them in the description, in the comments down there. I do check comments. All right, I'm very good about answering your comments. I try to answer them daily. I want to help you guys help yourself anytime I can. So let's do it. Put your stuff in the comments. I'll give you an update on this in just a little while. And coming up this weekend, we are finalizing our tests on this, the Retrievus. It's an amazing little radio. It has a great sound, and I'm going to be talking about this in a video that we're going to be releasing coming up towards the end of the weekend. So be looking for that. My name's Ian, and I hope to see you down the log or maybe on the next adventure. This is Starship Adventures. We'll see you next time.